Thank you. Thank you very much. Serpaisan, Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, survivors and family members, it's an honor to join you. I was inspired to hear the words of my colleague, Mr. Mayor. We thank you for your tremendous leadership. You have always been, as Speaker of the House, as Speaker of the Assembly, as Mayor, a powerful voice for recognition and human rights. We thank you. We are inspired by your presence here today. It is hard to explain at times to our colleagues the significance of this day, the significance of this issue, because the numbers are so enormous. We talk about 1.5 million people, and it is unimaginable. How could 1.5 million people have been killed? And because people have a hard time imagining such a monstrous crime against humanity, they wish to push it out of their minds. And sometimes I find it's easier to understand not as 1.5 million people, but rather in the terms of a single life. Some years ago, I had the pleasure of sitting down with a gentleman who was then 100 years old, Gazaros Kadamian, one of my constituents in Glendale. And he told me his story. He told me how in the beginning of the genocide, like many fathers, his was taken out by the Turkish gendarmes and was shot. How his family was put on a forced march through the desert. How he became separated from his siblings but clung to his mother. How they made it all the way somehow miraculously to Baghdad, where they fell asleep on the steps of a church. And in the morning his mother was gone. She had passed in the night. His story is a tragic story, but it is not at all unique. There are millions of others just like it. I had a chance on the House floor to talk about Gazaros' story, and I want to invite all of you to help in this cause. I want to encourage all of you that are here today and those others who are watching in their living rooms, both here in Montebello and around the country. Send me your stories. Send me the story of your grandparents, of your aunts and uncles. Send me the story of your cousins that you never got to know. And let me, like Gazaros Kadamian, let me breathe their lives into the congressional record. Let me speak of them on the House floor. Let us make a record in the Congress of the United States. If we have to struggle to get our President and our House and our Senate on board, if it will take us to speak of every 1.5 million, one at a time, then that is what we will do. The resolution recognizing the genocide passed the Foreign Affairs Committee last month, and that was a powerful step. But it passed by a single vote. A single vote. We must do better than this. This is the unequivocal record of history, and everyone on that committee understood it. And still, it passed by a single vote. We need your inspiration. We need your voices. We need to hear those voices in the desert that still call to us, that asked 95 years ago, how could the world let this happen? Who will speak for us? Who will be our witness? We must respond. We will. We will speak for you. We will remind the world. We will be a beacon unto other nations. And with your help, and with your prayers, we will recognize the genocide in the halls of Congress, and our President will speak truth to power. And yes, even the Republic of Turkey will acknowledge the Armenian Genocide, and we will begin to lay the seeds of justice. Now, you may have seen that the most recent explanation, the excuse du jour against the genocide resolution is reconciliation. Well, I say, can there be reconciliation without truth? And the answer is no, there most certainly cannot be. We must have truth to have reconciliation. And the truth is that from the moment these protocols were announced, Turkey had no intention of following through. It was merely a way of forestalling recognition, and that is not reconciliation. That is not truth, and that is not just. And so we fight on, and with all of your help and all of your effort, we will succeed. Thank you, and God bless.